Welcome back to Fine Living Journey. Today, we are going to uncover the unexpected behaviors that reveal true high intelligence and explore how a brilliant mind operates behind the scenes. We often hold a specific image in our minds when we think of someone with a genius-level IQ. We picture an individual who is loud with their brilliance. We imagine them constantly speaking out loud and solving complex problems for everyone to see. We expect them to show off their vast knowledge at every given opportunity. The reality discovered by psychology researchers tells a very different story. People possessing extreme intelligence usually display subtle patterns of behavior. These patterns do not always look like high intelligence when you first observe them. Cognitive psychologists frequently point out that being highly intelligent is not merely about accumulating facts. It is actually about the unique way your brain processes the world around you. This intricate processing tends to reveal itself through quiet and everyday habits. We are going to examine 10 surprisingly common habits that are often found in people with very high IQs. The first habit is spending a significant amount of time alone. Highly intelligent people are exceptionally comfortable with their own solitude. They do not isolate themselves because they hold a dislike for others. They do it because their brains are in a constant state of processing new ideas. Solitude provides a much-needed environment for the prefrontal cortex to function optimally. This is the area of the brain responsible for planning and reflection, as well as complex thinking. It needs quiet space to do its best work. Research conducted at the London School of Economics discovered an interesting pattern. They found that highly intelligent individuals tend to feel significantly less satisfied with frequent social interaction when compared to the average person. Their brains simply crave the peace of quiet thinking time. The second habit we see is an unending state of constant curiosity. People walking around with high IQs have a tendency to ask questions about almost everything they encounter. They do not just ponder the massive philosophical mysteries of life. They are equally fascinated by the small and everyday occurrences. They want to know the reasons people behave in certain specific ways. They want to understand exactly why a particular system works the way it does. Their brains are naturally wired to search for underlying patterns everywhere. This deep curiosity essentially becomes a powerful mental engine that drives them forward. The third habit involves talking to themselves. This particular behavior might sound a bit strange to some people. Psychologists refer to this action as self-directed speech. Numerous studies show that talking to yourself can actively improve your focus and your overall cognitive control. It provides a way for the brain to organize chaotic thoughts and strengthen working memory at the exact same time. You might see someone quietly narrating their own internal thinking process. You are likely witnessing a highly active cognitive system hard at work. The fourth habit is feeling entirely comfortable saying the words "I do not know." People blessed with very high intelligence usually possess a clear understanding of the limits of their own knowledge. In the field of psychology, there is a concept known as the Dunning-Kruger effect. This describes the common tendency for people with less knowledge to greatly overestimate exactly what they know. Highly intelligent individuals almost always do the exact opposite. They are acutely aware of just how much complexity truly exists in the world. They know there is always more to learn. The fifth habit is the tendency to overthink very small things. An incredibly analytical brain rarely ever turns off completely. The exact same cognitive processes that help them solve incredibly complex problems can also lead them down another path. They might find themselves deeply analyzing simple conversations and daily decisions or multiple future possibilities in exhausting detail. This behavior can sometimes look exactly like indecision to an outside observer. Internally, it is simply a brain exploring many different mental models all at once. The sixth habit is possessing a remarkably strong sense of humor. It is quite interesting to note that humor requires a great deal of complex cognitive processing. The brain must be able to recognize patterns and break expectations, and then connect completely unrelated ideas together to understand or create humor. Various studies published in respected intelligence research journals have documented this connection. They have shown a highly measurable correlation between possessing a higher IQ and having advanced humor processing skills. The seventh habit is a willingness to change their minds when they are presented with new evidence. Highly intelligent people usually tend to treat their own beliefs as flexible mental models. They do not view their beliefs as rigid and fixed identities. Their brain immediately updates the existing model whenever new and valid information appears. This specific ability is strongly linked to cognitive flexibility in the field of psychology. It serves as a major key marker of advanced problem-solving capabilities. We should pause and consider this reality for a moment. We so often interpret these specific behaviors entirely incorrectly in our daily lives. A person who spends a lot of time alone might easily seem antisocial to us. Someone who asks too many questions might simply appear overly skeptical. An individual who frequently changes their mind might seem weak or uncertain. These traits are very often the hidden signs of much deeper thinking patterns. The eighth habit is a preference for late-night thinking. A large number of high IQ individuals report that they feel far more mentally active during the late hours of the night. Some dedicated researchers have tried to connect this phenomenon with evolutionary psychology. They suggest that individuals possessing higher levels of cognitive flexibility are able to adapt more easily to non-traditional patterns. Staying awake much later than the rest of the population is one of these non-traditional patterns. The ninth habit consists of observing much more than speaking. Highly intelligent people often take a step back and quietly watch social dynamics first, instead of jumping to respond in conversations immediately. They use this time to carefully gather information and analyze emotional cues from the people around them. They only respond thoughtfully after this process is complete. This careful approach reflects a very strong pattern recognition system applied to social behavior. The 10th and final habit is a constant and unending search for meaning. Having a high intelligence very often comes with an increased awareness of the deep complexity found in society and relationships and human behavior. This heightened awareness can easily lead to much deeper reflections concerning purpose and identity. It makes them wonder how people truly make sense of their daily lives. This internal search is not always a dramatic or overly philosophical journey. It is sometimes just a quiet and persistent thought lingering in the back of the mind. They wonder the reasons we think the exact way we do. This is perhaps the single most interesting part of true intelligence. It is definitely not just about solving hard equations or remembering random facts for a test. Intelligence is truly about curiosity at its very core. It is about a brain that simply keeps exploring patterns and questioning standard assumptions. It is a mind forever trying to understand the strange and deeply fascinating puzzle of human nature. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos like this.